Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, the Pontiff, the watch expert, the absolute watch expert. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends about my channel. And fuckers, today I'm making this video, very popular series, What Pisses Me Off About Vacheron Constantin. What pisses me off with this brand? And I gotta tell you, fuckers, Vacheron is a very, very special brand. It's part of the holy trinity of Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Vacheron Constantin themselves. But what pisses me off with the brand? And I'd like to discuss it in this video. So fuckers, like, subscribe, and tell your shithead friends. So what does piss me off with Vacheron? Well, what pisses me off is the fact that they really have been the underdog. I mean, you buy a VC and fuck, it's not the same investment potential like a Patek. You're really going to get better retention of value with a Patek. Even you buy an AP, they're fucking, some of them can be fucking dogs. So the retention of value isn't so great with Vacheron. The other thing about Vacheron that pisses me off is they've had some fucking ugly models. I mean, Audemars Piguet had the Royal Oak as their sports watch. Then that watch kind of saved AP. Then Patek jumped on the bandwagon, went to Gerald Gentry, designed something for us that looks like a Royal Oak but is unique. And he did the Nautilus. And then Vacheron went along, hey, help me. Well, I'm sinking just as fast as these other fuckers. Design a watch for me, and he designed the Vacheron 222, which was a fucking ugly dog of a sports watch. Fuck me dead. Out of all the Gerald Gentry designs, the 222 was a fucking stinker. Absolute fucking stinker. And then they revamped it and called it the Phoebus, which was also a fucking stinker. And then it became the Vacheron Overseas, which is actually quite a nice watch. And I gotta tell you, Vacheron is a very tricky brand to describe. I mean, it kind of it's in this world here. You got Patek, you got AP. So you'd buy a Patek for a Calatrava, a dress watch, a complication. You buy an AP for a Royal Oak or a Royal Oak offshore chronograph or an offshore series. But Vacheron, what does it fit in as? Vacheron, you buy it's a granddad's type of watch, a granddad's dress watch. They got the Patrimony, which you're better off to buy a Calatrava. They got the Toledo. The Toledo's kind of cool. Yeah, that is a cool model. They've got the Overseas. Yeah, the Overseas is kind of like Breguet's Type 20. It smells like a Breguet. It looks like a Breguet, but it's kind of their cheap and nasty version for entry-level, low-rent punters. That's what the Vacheron Overseas is. It's for low-rent, nasty cunters. And I gotta tell you, Vacheron themselves, they need to kick up the fucking ass. Because they gotta lift their game plan. And they gotta get some fucking really snazzy design happening. I mean, AP saw the light with the Royal Oak. That what saved those cunts. Patek had the Nautilus, and then they reinvented the Calatrava as their kind of cool watch. Vacheron, they just didn't do it. They had the Patrimony. Okay, it's a dress watch. Big fucking deal. Circle jerk. Big fucking deal. And I mean, Vacheron themselves, they should be cutting it. They had some really amazing complications, but they're kind of boring. Disgusting retention of value. I mean, you're gonna buy a high-end dress watch, buy a Patek, you'll get your money back. You buy a fucking Vacheron, fuck, it's suicide. Okay, it's this kind of thing you're stuck with for life because they're cunts. They're absolute cunters. So Vacheron, to me, what is the thing that pisses me off? They've never really seized it. Their glory days are long gone. Their glory days, you know, was the 50s, the 1950s. That's what their glory days were, the 50s and 60s, and that's kind of it, fuckers. Vacheron themselves they piss me off as a brand. They could do so many things better than they do. They could do so many things better. They flogged that fucking patrimony dead horse. The Toledo's cool. I love the Toledo. The Toledo's cool. Yep, I like the Toledo. The overseas, yeah, it's kind of like a rich man's Breguet 20. You know, it smells like a Breguet. The overseas, it smells like a Vacheron. It looks like a Vacheron, but we all know it's for nouveau riche fleas who have delusions of grandeur. This is the truth. This is the awful fucking truth. So this is what pisses me off with Vacheron and Constantin. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. They're glory. You know, they just can't jump on the bandwagon like Patek or AP did. They can't have been so great. It's like the Amway. It's it ain't gonna happen if you ain't gonna put the fucking work in. I'm ArchieLuxury discussing what pisses me off with Vacheron and Constantin. Tell me what you nasty cunts think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid. Cut! Don't talk too much. You're losing your voice again, big boy.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.